Hello, how's it? And good day, 60 people. We are on the second day of this lockdown and our second day of training at home. Right, 30th of June. We have a lot of fun stuff for you today. Our warm-up is going to be in two parts. We have an activation part and then a get warm part, and then our workout, typical Wednesday style, typical of when I am coaching. You're going to do a interval type workout, 4 minutes of work, 6 rounds. Okay, you all know that. So before we even get to that, our warm-up, for the activation part, you're going to be spending 30 seconds on each of the following movements. Now, some of these movements on a usual day, we would have used a PVC pipe, but at home, you can use whatever you have close by in the form of a broom or any kind of a stick or something. You can even use a resistance band or a long towel if you need to. Okay, so you're going to start off with some PVC pass-throughs. You know the PVC pass-throughs, grab a wide grip on that pipe or towel or whatever you're using, and for 30 seconds, you're going to be passing it from forward to back and back. Okay, spending 30 seconds on that. After that, we head into around the world with that PVC pipe or towel or whatever you're using. So keeping your arms straight, alright, try to do a few rotations towards the one side and then a few rotations towards the other side. I'd say aim for about 5 rotations before you change side. After that, if you have a bar at home, a pull-up bar at home, you can opt for arch hollows, right? So we are looking for a full arch there and a hollow position at that side. For those of you that do not have a pull-up bar at home, you're going to be doing hollow rocks on the ground. Okay, once again, 30 seconds of this. So you're going to get your shoulders up, feet up, and you're going to be rocking backwards and forwards. Okay, after that, grab your PVC pipe again, alright, and you're going to go into the overhead lunges. So find a comfortable grip where you are in a comfortable position. When you get into that lunge, closer might not necessarily be easier, because what might happen is the bar might go forward if you do not have that mobility. So find a position or a grip on that bar where you can keep it nice back up, alright, go into a lunge, and you can just lunge in place for 30 seconds. After that, start your corners, alright, you don't need the PVC pipe for that, you can just put your hands behind your head, soft knees, leaning forward as far as you can get, and back up. Okay, it's not about how low you can go, it is about keeping your back straight. And then lastly, we're going to go into some PVC presses. So even if you don't have that PVC pipe or whatever at home, you can grab a towel, right, pull it apart and press up. I want you to get a straight line down the middle of your body, alright, and then bring it back down. Press up, pause for a second, and bring it back down. Okay, that's the activation portion of our warm-up. After that, we're going to go into get hot. So this is going to be some higher intensity movements. You're going to be moving a bit faster. First off, we're going to do 20 air squats. What we're looking for in our air squats, knees out, toes slightly pointed, keeping your chest up, popping into a full squat, and back up. Alright, 20 of those. After that, straight into 15 sit-ups, where you're going to be touching behind your head and in front of your feet. 15 of those. Straight into 15 push-ups. So for your push-ups, guys, chest touching the ground and extending to the top. If you need to, put your knees on the ground, but focus on keeping your hips activated. Okay. Lastly, ending off with 5 V-ups. So for this, you're going to get your legs straight, keep your toes pointed, hands behind your head, and touching at the top. 5 of those. That is your warm-up for today, guys and girls. Then, when you feel you are warm and you are ready, you can hit your workout for today, which is called Run It Back. Okay, so Run It Back, as I mentioned earlier, is going to be an interval type of workout. Alright, you're going to do 6 rounds of 4 minutes each. Now we know in this 4 minutes, you need to push as hard as you can to allow yourself a bit of rest in that 4 minutes before the next workout starts, or before the next round starts, okay? Now, the measuring of this, when you log your workout on BoxJam, the measure of this is going to be your slowest round, okay? So you're going to take the time that it takes you to complete each round within that 4 minutes, all right? And you're going to log your slowest round. So at home, get a timer, set a clock for 6 rounds of 4-minute intervals. Now, in that 4-minute intervals, we're going to do 3 different movements, okay? I'm going to give you some different variations depending on what equipment you have at home. So we're going to start off with 8 pull-ups, okay? If you have a pull-up bar at home, you're going to give me 8 pull-ups, all right? So you can do strict, you can do kicking, you can do a band if you want. If you don't have a pull-up bar, you can go into V-ups, okay? V-ups exactly the same as I demonstrated there in the warm-up. Straight out of that, we're going to go into kettlebell swings, okay? Now, depending on what you have at home, you can use a kettlebell if you have one, you can use a single dumbbell if you have one, you can even use a bottle of milk or a 2-liter or a backpack filled with something already as your weight, and as a last resort, if you really don't have anything that you can swing around, you can go into good mornings. Good mornings are covered in the warm-up as well. That's basically hands behind your head, there and back. If you're going to be swinging something, whether it's a kettlebell, a dumbbell, or your cat or whatever, I want you to focus on your hips, okay? Now, what I mean focus on your hips is the swing, the power of the swing comes out of your hips. So you're going to be swinging through, getting to the top, and at the top of that movement, I need you to be in a straight line. I see a lot of people kind of extending their hips and overarching their back in the top of that movement, or basically just ending there, okay? So that's not the ending position we want in the kettlebell swing. We want to be all the way up there. So basically, I want you to activate your hips, and I want you to think of squeezing your abs in the top of that movement. You'll feel that you are unable to squeeze your abs if your hips are back there, okay? Extend your hips and you can really flex your abs at the top of that movement, okay? So 21 swings, and that is then going to be followed by a 400-meter run, okay? If you have a 400-meter run distance that you can do, go for it. If not, set yourself out at a space of 10 meters, and you're going to be doing 30 shuttle runs, okay? So just a quick recap of that. Set your timer for 6 rounds at 4 minutes each, alright? Start off with 8 pull-ups, then 21 swings, and then a 400-meter run or your shuttles, and make sure that you have at least 30 seconds left to rest before your next round starts. If you don't have at least 30 seconds left to rest, then adjust your reps or adjust the distance that you have to run. Guys and girls, I hope you enjoyed this. Let us know how it goes. Lock your score on BoxJam or on Optiv, and have a lekker day. Cheers.